What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Bayern Munich Let's Play. And today we're doing a mid-season report for you guys to catch up on the series a little bit, and we can talk about how things are going, my thoughts on everything, and discuss what's going to happen over the next few weeks in the season. So don't forget, guys, hit the like button down below. It really does help the channel out massively. One Let's Play on at once. No, not doing two. It's just too much for me to do content-wise, and I'd rather do I'd rather do one series better than two series okay, if that makes sense. So, as you can see, we are top of the Bundesliga right now by 2 points, and we're doing okay in the Bundesliga. We've had one negative result against Frankfurt. We should have beaten. Because when we played Dortmund in the Dortmund, yeah, we have played Dortmund. Yeah, I was gonna say beat them last episode, idiot. So we're doing well in that. Really good performances overall, not recently, but generally doing okay. Champions League is a different story. We can still get the top 8, but we are going to have to rely on beating Tottenham and Milan, AC that is, in our final 2 games. The one that pisses me off is that Feyenoord game. That's the one that screwed us up. If I go to the screen here, bring it up for you. There we go. At home to Feyenoord, and we were absolutely dominant. We just could not control the ball. And towards the end of the game, we stopped. Once we got the goal ahead, it just became this, we can't do with their movement. Just walk with them. They just couldn't. They could not do anything. The other defeats in Champions League to like Atletico Madrid and Liverpool. Okay, that can happen. I'm not overly concerned by them. But that draw, if that's a win, we're on 12 points. We are potentially in like the 8th spot potentially. Depending on the other factors that play into the equation. What's actually the rules on this actually? While we're here, so how do you separate the teams? Is it based on literally game? Well, it can be games between each other because we don't play each other. So it doesn't say here. I'm assuming goal difference then. Looking at the points here. Yeah, it's got to be goal difference. So we've got a goal difference of +4. So we could potentially be 8th. We'll at least be 9th based on this. So we will get, obviously, the top 25. Don't get me wrong. And Barcelona are going out, by the way. So we will get the top, potentially going out. We will get the top 24. It's going to happen, I think. But we can get the top 8 if we win our final 2 games. But it's not going to be easy. But the good news is our final 2 games in the Champions League group league phase are at home. So hopefully that helps out. But one of them is Tottenham, and they're unbeaten this season. Just make that make sense. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see what happens with those. And the Deutsche Pokal, we're not involved in this yet. So, I shouldn't have. We're out. Sorry. I'm thinking domestic league, beaten by Dortmund again. No disgrace there. But the main thing this year is to win the Bundesliga title, get that secured, and then hopefully progress into the last stage of the Champions League. So overall, this is the tactic that we're currently using. Obviously, ignore this because it's player suspended, which is hilarious. So the problem I'm having is our defenders just seem to want to just watch people rather than actually like, you know what, guy on the ball, I'll get the ball. I don't know if it's just these guys are not good defensively or whether it's the match engine just not allowing my tactic to do what I want it to do. But we're not pressing enough and we seem to struggle to score goals in a minute, but we're really good earlier on. I'm considering taking this off. It doesn't work. I'm going to put shoot on sight on, get more shots on target. I just feel like working the box doesn't work. It gives them the excuse just to do. Let's pretend the ball is Guassi here. I mean, he won't play there. Why is Guassi playing left wing? Oh, Gnabry, sorry. Just do this pass here, rather than going. You know what? Pass, shoot. It's just overplaying things. It's great when it works out, but they just either ignore it, my tactics, or they follow it religiously. I want them to do both. Work it into the box, but when you get an opportunity to clear out on goal, hit it. One thing I'm going to tell these guys to actually on tactic now is to stop shooting. So shoot less often, cross more often on both of them, because they're not in this team to score. They're in to get the ball in the penalty area. So the idea is that they'll get forward. These guys cut inside on the wing. You get these guys bombing forward, and then they get these areas across the ball in the penalty area. That's the idea, at least, anyway. So put it on wing back attack, actually. Actually, funny thing, this guy is about to sign for United IRL, which is hilarious. Again, I've just slagged him off for the last 2 episodes. Looks like he's going to be a United player, potentially, once Wan-Bissaka goes to West Ham United, which is interesting. So that'd be fun, to see how he plays for United. But yeah, I do think right back is an area I want to strengthen in. And it would be a case of ditching him, essentially. It's interesting him from Borussia Dortmund, which is interesting. So I get rid of him. We've got not much finance available to spend because we've done a deal to bring in Diogo Costa in. So in case you missed episodes recently, we've done this deal. Funny thing about this, which I didn't know this was a thing on FM until I tried doing this deal. He's got this clause in his contract of £54 million. You can only do that on a next transfer window. You cannot do it. So I wanted to bring him in next summer, potentially, if I was going to be still here. And I wanted to pay the lease clause, but they would not agree to that. It would not let me do it. It wouldn't trigger it. So I thought, okay, maybe if I make the bid £54 million, even though it's not triggering the release clause because it's a future transfer in the window, they maybe still would accept it because it's still the money that they would want for him, minimum. But they said no. The second I went to change the date to January, this was then enabled and they could not reject it. It was agreed. So he's in as my new goalkeeper. So the plan is to literally get rid of Neuer, which I'm going to try and do on video right now. I'm going to try and get rid of Neuer right now. I don't want 2 goalkeepers that are starting goalkeepers in my squad because it's just going to create a problem. So let's see if we get an offer for him now. As long as the offer is them paying all his wages, I am okay with that. I have a suspicion that they will try and pull a fast one on us here. I mean, there's people want to sign him, so make an offer. I'll keep doing it a bit longer and see what happens. I don't think they're going to make an offer, are they? So look, hiring to read sole player. We'll try that. Yeah, just try and get it done. So it's done. So yeah. And elsewhere in midfield, I think we're still doing okay. It's not bad. Gundogan had a bad performance recently where he just would not pass the ball to a Bayern Munich player. Barella's been brilliant. I love Barella in midfield. I think he's brilliant. The only problem is still with Goretzka. I just don't know where he fits in. I don't know. He's a ball midfielder, but I don't think he is because he can't mark a piece of paper. So I don't know. I think the smart money would be to move him on because if I'm going to play someone else in midfield alongside Gundogan's ball midfielder, it is literally going to be Lima over the two of them, honestly. But I do feel like one needs to move on, Lima or Goretzka, and bring in a deep line playmaker. Now, I don't have any options in my mind right now as a option to do that. If you look at the scouting list I've got here, it's probably out of date, honestly. I need to goalkeepers will disable that and get that off. So yeah, these are the guys I'm looking at. I mean, I love Camavinga. I think he'd be brilliant as a backup ball midfield, but the money is just insane. One guy I would love to bring in as a bit of fun. I think he's on here still. Yes, he was. Is he on here still? It's Kobe Mainu. Where has he gone? Kobe Mainu would be brilliant as an option to rotate with Gundogan. Just something different with the idea that he could be a great opportunity to replace him with. I don't know what his potential ability is. So I could see myself, honestly, moving on Goretzka or Lima for like 20 million and then try or Goretzka for like 35 or something. Who's faster out of the two of them? There's not much in it, honestly. I don't know who to sell the two of them, honestly. It is a toss-up between the two of them, honestly. And then the money we get for Goretzka or Lima goes into bringing in somebody like Mainu. We've got Javi Fernandez here, who's a backup option. Just someone there just to sit and fill a spot up. But I would like to bring one of those two in. One of those two out, sorry, and bring in Goretzka, bring in Mainu. Or somebody else. I'm not married to Mainu, honestly. But I just think he's a more realistic transfer to do than anybody else on the list here. I mean, there's not many other options really to sign in that midfield. I mean, Casemiro was not which I looked at as a bit of a lull. I looked at Andre as an option, but they just don't. He turned me down, went there. So if you've got any thoughts, guys, on players who can bring in, I mean, there is one other option. That is he here still? I don't think. I think they is he even there anymore? I'm not sure this is the right club, honestly. If I go back here, no, it's not. I know exactly who it is now. It is Atlanta, and I think he's moved on. No, he's still there. So I can see myself doing maybe something like this, maybe instead. More realistic transfer fee. Deep line playmaker role, not great mobility, but would maybe make more sense. So I think the midfields, the January window is going to be essentially moving one midfielder on, bringing one in. I don't think right back is something I'm going to strengthen this summer. Can't find a right back. Are you serious? I mean, surely you can find one. I mean, there's one here who looks alright attacking wise, but defensively would make me have nightmares. So that is the summer that January window. Sorry, we'll be taking out one of Goretzka or Lima and bringing in Coop Miners as an option to be deep line playmaker. Honestly, because I don't think Goretzka can play it. Honestly, I don't. The traits he has don't lead himself to be a deep line playmaker. It's a case of, do I take Goretzka off or do I take out Lima? And I'm thinking Lima's probably the better option to go with and take him off. Which I'm actually, we'll get rid of Lima actually. Get rid of Lima. Let's see if we get an offer for him. Interested in him from Lima. Interested in him as of right now. Probably not quite yet, but that's the way we're probably going to go with it. There's no interest in him yet, but we'll see. We'll work on that. But I think that's what's going to happen in the January window. Is essentially bringing in Coop Miners or he does fit the deep line playmaker role. Long, good passing, good decent vision. He would fit those roles quite well. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully we can do some business there. In terms of development centre, there's a few players here that look decent. I mean, this guy has got a lot of potential, but does he get in my first team right now? Probably not. But we shall see. That money will be fantastic to get that money in. I just think, based on the nature of the save, this guy's probably not going to get much first team football. But Kingsley Coman is not much worse than him. So with a possibility to move Coman on, let's compare these two actually while we'll start here. So compare with, that's him, isn't it? Yeah, so look at attributes here. Alright, dribbling is 18, he's got 10. But you look at the rest of the stats, there ain't much in it, honestly. The ones that he's winning, alright, passing is up there, but he can develop. You know, he's 20 years old, this guy's 18. The pace is virtually the same, and he actually ages him out just about, and he's not far off it. Honestly, mental stats can increase. 18 years old, remember? So, other than the finishing, which is relatively similar, the dribbling is the only one that's really massively a problem for me, and the passing. But I think if you were to use this guy as an option to rotate and start building options up, that could make sense to do. So, actually, we'll put him in the first team, actually. I think I might actually use this guy and try and use him more with the idea of trying to build a long-term dynasty with this guy. Can I register this guy? Or am I maxed out on my... No, I can. I can't do it yet. I've got to wait a bit longer. But yeah, I could definitely see this guy getting more first team football, essentially, soon. I mean, he is an inside forward, in my opinion. Is he weak on his left foot? Yeah, he is. So, I think inside forward is where to go. That pace acceleration would be absolutely fantastic. And if we can get that finishing up and that passing up as well, then we've got a good target there. I think bringing him in, I think let's get it off. I think I'm talking myself into doing this. This guy might be worth doing a review on, actually, guys, on Saturday tomorrow, actually. Let's see how good he actually can be. But I'm probably going to use him anyway before the video comes out of that, and maybe move on Kingsley Coleman. Because he's not amazing and he's eating up 245 grand a week. I'd rather use somebody, again, move him on as well. Let's do that. Let's just try and just fix it, because I want to start getting more ruthless with players and just trying to. I'd rather give time and to Nestore and give him a crack than keep playing Coleman and miss out on maybe a great, wonderful talent. I don't know how good this guy can be, but I'd rather give him a go, potentially. So, yeah. So we're in a good position here. Our league, our form is generally good. It's just our performances recently have been really, really poor in recent games, and we need to try and find out why. I think there are a lot of big games recently, and we need to try and improve on that. So, any thoughts on the transfers, guys? I've talked about there. Let me know in the comment section. It's daily series, guys, so hopefully you guys are okay with that. Next episode, guys, we're going to do is Augsburg and Tottenham together, and then we're going to do Leipzig and AC Milan together, because that'll then end the Champions League campaigns, and we can see where we're at from there. But those are 4 tough games, or potentially tough games, but 3 of them are at home, so that is going to be interesting to see how it plays out. So if you've got any thoughts on this, guys, and specifically, I mean, I'm trying to get players off the books just to move guys on who I have zero interest in using, and just it's impossible to sell players right now on the game in general this year, but we're working on it. So yeah, your thoughts, guys, on Coleman out and then promoting this guy and trying to develop him or not. I don't think we're going to win Champions League this season. I don't think we're good enough to win it, honestly. But we're going to give it a good try. But the Bundesliga, different story. I think we can win Bundesliga. I think we can win the Bundesliga. We've beaten Leipzig. We've beaten Dortmund. We've beaten. I think we've drawn with. Have we lost to have we played Stuttgart? Yeah, I'm sure we played Stuttgart. Yeah, beaten Stuttgart, and we've lost to Frankfurt. So the teams that are around us, we've beaten them. I think we can win the Bundesliga. I think we can. Whether we will or not is a big different question. So give me your thoughts, guys, in the comments. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of change in the finances when we get rid of Neuer, of his wages potentially. When we get rid of Lima, and then Coleman, though finances will hopefully be a bit better. But yeah, guys, your thoughts down below in the comment section on this, and let me know what you think about this idea. I think it's a decently good idea, but you give me your thoughts below. So if you have enjoyed the episode, I hope you have. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. And I'll catch you guys all in the next episode, which will go live tomorrow. But until then, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.